Welcome to the All Financial Hour podcast with Steve All.
This is such a great story. He worked as a caretaker of a mobile home park where he lived a simple life. And when Jeffrey Holt passed away at 82, everyone was surprised to learn that he was actually a multi-millionaire. And he left nearly $4 million to the town of Hinesdale, New Hampshire, population around 4,000. Here's Jeff's friend, Smokey.
He was brought up to be very frugal. Oftentimes when I was talking to him, he'd make reference to his father, telling him that he shouldn't spend money, he should be more frugal with his money and be careful of how he spent it because it wouldn't last. And when Jeff realized that he had a couple $1 million in the bank, he didn't know what he was going to do with it. The only parting thing I said to him was, remember the town of Hinsdale. And apparently it resonated quite well with him, more so than I even expected.
I mean, Steve, what a wonderful story, right?
Oh. Yeah, and you hear about the simple people, the simple people that live big dollars to different places. And, and that's when I look at it when we start to talk about estate planning. What are your goals? Because, do we want to leave it tax efficient? Do we want to leave it to our children? Do we want to leave it to charities? Do we need wills and trusts? We're not lawyers, but we assist people when it comes to that. And we look at it to sit here and say, where do you want your assets to go? If charity is a part of your plan, they can be named directly as a beneficiary of a life insurance policy, an IRA, or anything like that. If it's going to your kids, I think it's very advantageous to do that. But something along the lines with Jeffrey here is that you need to have a trust that takes these documents and says, here are my assets and here's how I want them broke down. Now, he could have done it in a will, but what's a will do? Will guarantees probate. It's got to be approved. If anybody else had any questions, it would go along and they would have to go through probate before all this thing's can done. But since he set up trust, it automatically went into trust that say, hey, if you need help with education, if you need help with this, providing recreation, cultural benefits. I mean, he put it together to put it the way he wanted to leave the money. And I think that's very, very, very important. But now we're talking about Jeffrey. I say it's one of the most difficult things is when somebody does pass away and the children come in. And one of the things that I do hear a lot more often than I would like to is I can't believe mom and dad had this much money. Why didn't they do more? Why didn't they do more? That's the thing that I always warn clients about that I would prefer not to hear. One, if you're going to have the additional assets, have fun. Do the things that you want to do. And when you've done doing that, why not look at saying, can I give some of these assets to my children while they're alive so I can see the benefits of that? One of the greatest gifts that I think my father-in-law has given our family are family vacations. We'd get that telephone call that says, oh, by the way, we're going to Cabo San Lucas 2 years from now. All we need to know if you're coming, we'll arrange the flights. We'll arrange the flights. We'll arrange the hotels. All you got to go do is get there. We'll cover some of the things while you're there, but you might have your expenses while you're there. My kids, a lot of their, quote, growing up memories are on those trips because cousins were there, aunts and uncles were there, and the whole family had gotten together. And those things, I believe, are as much or more important than the dollars that we leave our children. The memories are very important. So we look at it to the point of having a good estate plan is very important. Do we need wills? Do we need trust? That's all going to depend on where you're at. We'll allow the lawyers to finalize that. The most important legal documents that I believe people that should have are their powers of attorney. That God forbid they can't make an investment decision. God forbid they can't make a medical decision. Who's going to make it for you? And it's amazing when people come in today, even after the pandemic, and they still don't have legal documents in place. We have the availability to assist our clients at a reasonable rate to get those documents done, so that they are complete. So God forbid anything happens, that they're covered with their estate documents.
Thanks for listening to the All Financial Hour podcast.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG. All Financial Group, LLC is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not subject to investment advisor requirements. IPW and All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This radio show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. All Financial Group, LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by All Financial Group, LLC.